World market. Week of July 1st, 2025. Are you watching your investments get crushed while the smart money makes millions? This week, market chaos just created the biggest opportunity of 2025, but only if you know where to look. I'm about to reveal what Wall Street doesn't want you to know about this week's explosive market moves. Here's the brutal truth. While you're getting conflicting advice from financial experts and watching your portfolio bleed red, institutional investors are positioning themselves for massive gains. This week alone, we've seen Bitcoin surge past $109,000. The S&P 500 hit new record highs and currency markets experience unprecedented volatility. The problem? Most retail investors are completely blind to these opportunities. They're stuck watching CNBC reruns, while the real money is being made in markets they don't even know exist. Market analysis, stock market? Let's start with what happened in stocks this week. Tuesday, July 1st delivered a mixed but telling session. The S&P 500 slipped just 0.1% to 6,198 points, breaking a three-day winning streak after hitting consecutive record highs. But here's what's really interesting. The Dow Jones surged 400 points to 44,495, showing institutional money is rotating into value plays. The Nasdaq fell 0.8% to 20,203, dragged down by Tesla's 3.26% drop as Elon Musk's political relationship with Trump continues to deteriorate. This isn't just noise. It's a massive shift that's creating opportunities in both tech and traditional sectors. For the year, we're looking at the S&P 500 up 5.4%, the Dow up 4.6%. But here's the kicker. The Russell 2000 small caps are down 1.6%. This divergence is screaming opportunity for those who know how to read between the lines. Forex and tariff analysis, the currency markets are where the real action is happening, and it's all about Trump's unprecedented tariff war. Here are the specific numbers that will shock you. Vietnam just agreed to a 20% tariff on all goods, plus a devastating 40% tariff on transshipped goods. That's products routed through Vietnam from China. This is massive, because Vietnam's exports to the US represent 30% of their entire GDP. But here's the critical date everyone's missing. July 9th. That's when Trump's 90-day tariff pause expires. And the numbers are staggering. Countries without deals will face their original reciprocal tariff rates. China was at 46%. India faces 26%. Japan could see 35%. And Mexico is looking at 50% on steel alone. The US imposed a baseline 10% on all countries, then added country-specific rates based on trade deficits. This is economic warfare, not trade policy. The currency impact is already showing. EUR/USD is consolidating between 1.1660 and 1.1730, the euro strengthening as the EU scrambles for a deal. GBP/USD is targeting 1.38 despite the Bank of England's caution. The dollar is weakening against most majors except the yen, and that's creating massive arbitrage opportunities. Expert economic analysis, let me give you the hard truth about what these tariffs mean for the global economy. I've seen trade wars, but nothing like this scale. Trump's administration is negotiating with 18 countries simultaneously. Only the UK and China have finalized deals so far. The UK got reduced tariffs on cars and aerospace, while China eased rare earth export restrictions in exchange for lifted US export controls. Here's what most analysts are missing. This isn't just about trade. It's about reshaping global supply chains. Vietnam was being used as a backdoor for Chinese manufacturing to avoid existing tariffs. Now, with a 40% transshipping rate, entire Southeast Asian supply chains will collapse overnight. The economic multiplier effect is staggering. A 10% tariff on Vietnamese goods increases the price of imported men's sweaters by 8%. Under the original 46% rate, that same sweater would cost 35% more. Multiply this across every consumer good, and you're looking at a hidden inflation tax that will devastate middle-class purchasing power. Gold has already surged to $3,340 per ounce. That's not coincidence. That's smart money hedging against currency debasement and fiscal chaos. Crypto explosion. Crypto is absolutely exploding right now, and institutional money is the driving force. Bitcoin just smashed through $109,000 USDT with a 3.26% surge in 24 hours. It's eyeing $110,000 as we speak. Ethereum hit $2,603 with an 8.08% gain, showing the entire crypto ecosystem is on fire. But here's what's really driving this. Ethereum spot ETF saw $40.68 million in net inflows on July 1st, with BlackRock's 𝗕𝗤𝗚 leading at $54.84 million. Meanwhile, BONK rallied 10% on news of a potential 2x leveraged ETF launch on July 16th. The institutional money is flooding in. Ripple just secured 300 million XRP in escrow worth $659.82 million. And they're applying for a national bank charter. This isn't retail FOMO. This is Wall Street positioning for the next crypto supercycle, as traditional currencies face debasement from trade wars. Breaking news and catalysts. Here are the market-moving events you need to know about. July 3rd is absolutely critical. We're getting 3 major U.S. economic reports that could reshape the entire market landscape. First, non-farm payrolls expecting 120,000 jobs. If this misses, rate cut expectations will explode. Second, unemployment rate expected to tick up to 4.3% from 4.2%. Third, ISM Services PMI at 10 a.m. expected at 50.8 after contracting to 49.9 last month. But the real catalyst is Trump's trade war escalation. His administration is pushing a multi-trillion-dollar tax bill through Congress while simultaneously threatening tariffs on multiple countries. The Federal Reserve is caught in the middle. For members are dovish, 6 neutral, 2 hawkish, while Trump pressures them for rate cuts. This perfect storm of trade wars, fiscal spending, and monetary policy uncertainty is creating opportunities that smart money is already positioning for. Here's what you need to do right now. Subscribe to the Invest Nexus YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss our market analysis. The link is in the description below. On our channel, you'll get our daily market briefings, weekly deep dive analysis, and most importantly, our Smart Money Tracker series that shows you exactly where institutional money is flowing before it moves the markets. Don't let another week go by watching opportunities slip away while the smart money gets richer. Subscribe to Invest Nexus now and start understanding the same market dynamics that Wall Street's elite traders use to generate consistent profits. Remember, we are here to educate and share information. Always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.